Hi, my name is Martins. This is a demo video for an estate administration software we just developed. It's a web-based application and can be accessed from any device over the internet. To make this video short, I'm going to be skipping a few steps, but would sure to mention details of the typical flow. So here we go. Interested estates can sign up and provide required information to prove that they have authority to manage and administer the estates that they have specified. And once we verify the information provided, login credentials will be supplied accordingly. On the platform, the administrator will be expected to log in with the details provided. So just go ahead and do that. Now, once logged in, you would arrive on a dashboard where, which is ideally, if you're a new account, it will be blank. So first things first, you go ahead and create an estate. Okay, so we come in here, create an estate. Okay, so the application basically allows you to manage multiple estates or zones. So if your estate is structured into multiple zones or multiple sections, this helps you to decentralize and delegate the administration of each zone or each section of the estate. So we go ahead and specify the number of streets, number of apartments, indicate that for the purpose of this demo, put in an address. Okay, and we click add, and here we go. So you would notice here that I'm being prompted to assign a manager to administer this estate. So we'll go ahead and create a manager's account. Okay, so about that. So that's John. Okay, I will provide the individual's phone number and go ahead and add manager. Now we come back to estates. This is the estate we just created, and we assign a manager. Okay, there's a manager, assign. So this individual can administer this estate and make configuration changes. If we're interested, we could go ahead and either change our admin password or change the color theme of the application by selecting one of these colors. But for now, I'll just stick with green. So off we are. We'll go ahead and log in as the estate manager. Okay. So here we go. I'm logging in as the estate manager with my credentials. Okay. Okay, so yes, we've logged in here. By the way, the message pop-up was because I'm using a really basic password. So first things first, in administering this estate, we come down here under preferences and we define our payment settings. Now the application is integrated with Paystack, which means you can take payments for levies online and manage the whole flow and get your reporting on Paystack. So we've also provided a basic guideline on how to get this up and running. It's pretty simple. You just go to Paystack's website, create a free account, fill out your details, and that's it. Once you log in, you follow the steps here, and you copy the Paystack secret key and the public API key. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to copy in my test keys and public one, then I'm just going to save. Okay, so that's done. So we come down to properties. Here we get to specify what type of properties that we have within the estates. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to define a couple. So I'll put in a flat, put in a BQ, So adding a BQ. So we're adding the boys' quarters. Putting a duplex. And also capture something for religious. Sorry. And last one for commercial. So you could just create whatever applies. So that's it. Then we go on to manage streets. So here we can define names of streets that exist within the estate. So for the purpose of this demo, I would just keep limited to 3 different streets. Okay, so that's done. Next we go up and set up levies. Now depending on what the how the estate is being run, there will typically be levies like security, waste management. So I'll just go ahead and do those two. Security amount, we could say 20,000. Select the frequency, let's say annual. Apply it to flat, or we could apply it to every single one of them. So I'll just apply it to flat. Because these other property types could have different amounts assigned to them. So for some estates, usually when they pay their dues, they are issued a sticker, so they get a pass when they're going out through the gates. So say this is mandatory for getting a sticker, and add levy. So there we go. I could add another one, waste management, and set this to 2,000 naira, and on a monthly frequency, and assign it to. So this probably shouldn't be required for stickers, so I'll just skip that and add levy. So there we are. So whilst we are still logged in as the estate manager, you could also put out estate information. Say for instance you have information that you want to put out on a notice board for members, for residents or people who have activities or businesses within the estate or who use the platform. So we could say election type, information title, election info. So let's say election info. Information is elections will be coming up in 2 months. It could be something more specific. Description, the type, so we could specify whether it's a phone number or other. So add. I could put in another, say phone numbers. So to make this security phone numbers. The information is 11111 and 0902222. So this would probably be the security numbers. Okay. The type, telephone numbers, and I go ahead and save. So here, whenever residents log in, they could, if they need to get this information quickly, it could be more detailed. They could come in here and get that information. So we could go ahead and jump right in. So now I'm ready to start creating my residence. If I come in here and let's give this user a name, this resident name, so Jane Doe, Jane, okay, phone number, street name, I just pick one of the streets that I had earlier created. Apartment number 56. Live in a flat. I could use the calendar picker to indicate when I moved in. Could be 20 let's say January 21st 2020. So apparently this will be used to work out whether your levies, the period for which levies apply to this resident. So I put in let's say my vim. Okay, rates that. I add in occupants. Occupant type. Say this is family. Age range around this, and I'll go ahead and add this resident. Okay, so there we are, done. So at least we've got one resident. This announcement here, I could also use this to set up security alert. So this basically throws a message, sends a message to residents' email accounts. We've also got plans to integrate an SMS feature, so they also get SMS as well. Okay, so this could be burglar on Thomas Street, for instance. Suspected burglar or something. It could be anything. Information that just needs to get out to residents real quickly. Okay, I throw that in, and residents would obviously get a notification. So I think that's good. We've got one resident created. No payments have been received yet. Levies have been created. Estate visitors. We'll come back to this so you get to understand the flow. This basically logs visitors into the estate. So if there's need to do an audit or to retrace, or even if it means this could potentially also be used for contact tracing amidst the current COVID pandemic. So we'll go ahead and come out and log back in as a resident. Okay, so that's Jane. Okay, so let's see what I could do as a resident. Password prompt, because I'm using a really weak password. So here we see that because I've got live in a flat, my dues have been all assigned to me. I could see a breakdown of all of the levies that apply to me. The sticker feature is grayed out, so I can't print a sticker because I haven't paid. So I could pay the individual levies. I could print my ID, my estate ID. I could pay this levy as well. So when I click pay, it brings up the payment gateway, and I can put in my card details and pay this amount. Successful. Okay, so that's it. So ideally, a customer will be expected to put in their card details. Now, if I need to pay the entire amount, I could simply just click pay all and do this, and I've got my bills all settled. Okay, so outstanding bills now, it's 0. Recall the security numbers that we put up, the important information. There you have it. So under estate information, you have all of the information. There could be a bunch of them loaded here. This is so I could edit certain fields, certain information. If I need to change my email address, my phone number has changed, I could edit that. If I need to change details of an occupant that I previously registered, probably the age range has changed. Typically, if there are new additions, this would have to be updated by the estate manager. And I could also edit my vehicle details as well, or pass the details to the estate manager. I could view my transaction details and print receipts. So rather than waiting for paper receipts, I could simply get my receipts here and show a digital copy or print a copy when going through the gates for checks or the likes. Under visitors, I could put in a visitor request. So let's see, I have a visitor coming in. This person is family. This person is going to be staying for, let's say, 2 days. It could be a short visit, it could be a long one for the purpose of this demo. Let's say 2 days. Go ahead and add this visitor. There's a log created which when this person comes in and provides this ID, this unique ID to the security at the gate, they are able to log in and pull up the details of the visitor and how long they're supposed to stay. So if this visitor could basically essentially use this ID to come in and out for this period. At the security end, they could also verify which resident logged this in and also get that person's details if they require. So announcements, if there are urgent announcements, typically if there's a new one, the notification, this would pop up and indicate. I could obviously change my password. So coming back to the dashboard, I settled my bills. Now I can print a sticker. I go ahead and do that. So I could print, this could be a temporary or even a permanent sticker. As long as it's got my details, this could be customized to include whatever unique details that the QR code or information it should carry. I could also edit my profile picture here, put it in. So we log back in as the estate manager. Now we can confirm that we have one resident who has paid 20,000 naira in levies. And if you come down here, we could also see that we've got a log of the requests, the arrival dates, purpose, and details. This interface, just as visitors interface, would also be available to the security team at the gate. Here you could also see details of the residents that logged this, and if we need to add more levies or introduce more levies or make any adjustments, we can do that, and it automatically takes effect and applies to the respective residents. So that's basically it. This project is powered by Technology for Charities, also known as Tech for Charities. We're a non-profit organization registered in Nigeria, made up of a group of ICT professionals who volunteer time and resources towards developing applications and coming up with initiatives and projects that would help people in Nigeria and across West Africa. The estate administration software is provided with a community license, which means that you can use the application for free, the basic features of the application for free. Please feel free to follow us on our social media handles, visit us on our website or reach out to us via our social media handles. And we also implore you to donate to support our future endeavors and projects. Thank you.